The last day of the vacation came. The plan was to go shopping before going to a hot spring and finish off with a surprise dinner. Cece found out she had lost some items when she got to this world, one of them being an enter card which she could use to get back to her own world. Speed's overall energy had turned pretty low by now due to his passive turbo state still being active. At the hot springs, Solar and Solar Flare were discussed once again. Solar told more about how his world was and its fate, the latter being that Deomorphs had become too powerful and nearly wiped out all life. Though what they did was excessive, their plan was not to conquer the world, but to absorb the power of Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, and Arceus so they could erase the memory path, an action that would wipe out Berserkers from all timelines and, as a result, Deomorphs as well. Solar eventually found Arceus and told it why it didn't try to fix the world on its own. Arceus's answer being that it was not allowed to touch the mortals world no matter what happened. But it at least gave some clues to what Solar could do to undo all the bad side effects from Speed's wish. Solar being transported to Solar Flare's timeline through a light orb was Arceus doing. Back in Plasma Town, it soon became time to begin Speed 2.0's plan to enter the memory path. Trace believed that Speed 2.0 could use Mai to enter the memory path. Having no other leads, Speed 2.0 gave Trace's plan a try. Speed 2.0 managed to enter the grayscale world Mai lived in, thanks to Mai granting Speed 2.0 its spiritual form. This normally would not have worked, but Speed 2.0 using Speed's turbo ability allowed it in because such an ability was directly connected to Speed. Mai mentioned that this grayscale world was actually part of the memory path, the location the hostile amorphisms resided in, but Mai was unable to reach them because there was a barrier that was preventing it. Speed 2.0 accidentally found a way to temporarily break the barrier and quickly went through it before it fixed itself. Speed 2.0 was now in the section of the memory path where the hostile amorphisms lived. Speed 2.0 was greeted by all the amorphisms that had been stalking it. Thanks to Speed 2.0's BioLife protection, it figured out all these amorphisms used to be a single entity. Speed 2.0 tried to merge the amorphisms back, but it didn't work until it used Turbo's power. All the amorphisms had now merged with the exception of a single one. Speed 2.0 was about to merge it with the others, but something strange occurred. The final amorphism's body changed to resemble an Eevee's, and a light transported Speed 2.0 to a different location that resembled a wooden house. In there, Speed 2.0 saw an Eevee and Sylveon doll, and then noticed that it had become a Jolteon doll. Speed 2.0 soon encountered a female Eevee with some parts of its body that had seemingly been bitten off. She said that parts of her body had been growing back and that she was named Sunshine. The Sunshine Speed 2.0 encountered was the deceased child of Speed from the original timeline. The amorphisms were nothing but scattered pieces of her soul, which had been trapped inside the memory path. The reason why the amorphisms were so violent was because they were fueled by Speed's negative emotions. When Speed 2.0 figured all this out, it went back to the location it used to be in and recovered its previous form, now holding a single Eevee-shaped amorphism that was free of malice. Speed 2.0 told the last amorphism that it would find a way to set it free, and would defeat the entity that had recently begun to control some of the amorphisms. These controllers turned out to be the Deomorphs. Though only a couple hours had passed inside the memory path, 30 hours had passed inside the real world. Speed 2.0 came back online, and Allie woke up soon after. Speed 2.0 told Trace what it had learned. Speed 2.0 had found a way to update its memories with Speed's current ones, then did just that to find his current location. Speed 2.0 then left to go where Speed was. It was time for the surprise dinner now. Before Speed headed inside the beach house, his turbo state was finally disabled. However, this meant he got all his energy back, which he immediately used to leave. Sylvia and Lazuli followed and found Speed after nearly an hour of searching and tried to convince him to go back to the beach house, but he didn't budge. Sylvia and Lazuli tried to insist, but Speed began to attack them and managed to deplete Lazuli's health points. Sylvia again tried to convince Speed he is still himself, but it didn't work. Speed threatened Sylvia to move aside before he would hurt her as well, but she didn't listen. Right before Speed attacked Sylvia as well, Speed 2.0 found and stopped him. Speed and his actual copy left to talk alone. Speed 2.0 made Speed understand that he has always been himself. Quite an ironic feat. He then updated Speed on what had been going on while he was away, as well as the details on the memory path and cycle of rebirth. It also got into detail on the turbo ability he has had for so long. It was an ability that drew its energy from the souls of Category 1 and 2 Berserkers. This meant Speed had infused in some way with the Berserkers, explaining why he was immune to the virus. Turbo was supposed to kill Speed as soon as it triggered due to the immense power that it held, but Speed's body somehow adapted to it so such a result wouldn't occur. After its explanation, Speed 2.0 left it up to Speed if he wanted to join the fight, and if he did, he would use Megaton Reprime as a last result if things were to get ugly. Before Speed 2.0 left, it convinced Speed to tell his siblings about who Molly was. When they got back to the house, the dinner was ready, but Speed still had time to tell Molly the truth. Speed said to Molly that he and his siblings were the kids she thought she had lost. Now that the vacationing days were over, everybody began to head to their respective homes, including Cece. Cece had found the items she had lost and used them to go back to her homeworld. Speed 2.0 began to use the turbo ability again, resulting in Speed's eyes and stamina changing again. Speed bought blue goggles to effectively keep others from looking at his eyes and began to use a battery he found for additional energy. When everybody got back to the port, the main squad members said their goodbyes to their respective family members and began to head to the treehouse. As planned, Haxel came with the squad. After everybody had cleaned their rooms and put their belongings back inside, they headed to Plasma Town. They then headed to a clothes store as soon as they got there and bought accessories to wear from now on. Before they left, Sylvia found two of her classmates, Daisy the Delcatty and Nora the Ninetails. Solar had an immediate reaction to Daisy because she was his wife from his home timeline. Not long after everyone left the store, Lazuli confessed her feelings to Speed. Speed didn't love her back, but still decided to give the relationship with her a try. Black later confessed to Sylvia, but was rejected. Hey guys, this is the end of this video. If you liked it, hit the like button, maybe subscribe, maybe go watch the other parts if you haven't already. If you want to be notified for the next part, hit the little bell too. That's all from me, so see ya.